Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's winter weather update. So, looking at the latest GFS model for the latest update on next week's potential blockbuster snowstorm, snow is still projected to begin around 4 o'clock in the afternoon Monday across portions of Washington state, uh, Idaho, and Montana. Going into Monday night, heavy snow is going to spread across the northern Rockies into Washington state and Oregon. And by Tuesday morning, we are likely going to be seeing snow in areas such as Seattle, Portland, south across coastal Oregon and Washington state, all across the northern Rockies, maybe even the northern plains by Tuesday morning. Going into the afternoon, the snow is going to spread south into the Great Basins, such as Nevada, Utah, and Colorado. Going into a Tuesday night, snow is going to spread across Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, and Nevada. And then going into Wednesday morning, this is when the storm is really going to explode, as we're going to be seeing snow across much of the western third of the country, as well as much of the northern plains. We could start to see an ice storm materialize across portions of Iowa, Wisconsin, and Michigan by Wednesday morning. Going into Wednesday afternoon, we could be seeing a huge ice storm. This is still a few days out, so it's still in question, but this is the second day in a row the model's been showing a huge ice storm across the Great Lakes. Wednesday, with heavy snow across the Dakotas, Minnesota, and then as we go into Wednesday night, blizzard conditions are likely across the northern plains, and we're going to be seeing snow across parts of the Northeast as well as freezing rain and sleet. Going into Thursday noon, heavy blizzard conditions are going to be likely across portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And then, like I said, ice is likely across portions of Michigan, New York, and New England as well. And as we go into Thursday evening, it's going to push across the wintry weather is going to push across the Northeast. And by Friday, the storm's projected to exit the Northeast. So taking a look at the latest snowfall accumulations, first with the GFS model for next week's blockbuster snowstorm. The models are the GFS model is still putting widespread uh, feet of snow across the mountainous west, with several areas of the Rockies receiving between 2 and 4 feet of snow. Areas such as the Cascades between 1 and 3 feet, Sierra Nevada between 1 and 4 feet as well. And then as we look across the northern plains, all we could be seeing as much as 1 to 2 feet of snow across southern areas of North Dakota. South Dakota, we could be seeing widespread 1 to 2 feet of snow with as much as 2.5 feet in isolated locations. Minnesota, we could be seeing as much as 1 to 2.5 feet of snow. This run of the GFS is giving Minneapolis almost 23 inches of snow. Same with the central and northern portions of Wisconsin, the upper peninsula of Michigan, and into portions of upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. We could be seeing widespread 6 inches to 1.5 feet of snow by Friday. Now, looking at the European model, checking for model agreement, the European model is still showing similar very high snowfall totals across the Rockies, the West, the North, and the Northeast, and cross-checking with the Canadian model. Canadian model is also showing pretty much the same thing as the GFS and the European. So this is looking like a blockbuster snowstorm, as the models have been showing this for the last 5 days, these kind of snowfall totals. And I'm not going to show you ice accumulations just yet, but there is likely going to be a major ice storm somewhere in the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast with this as well. Unfortunately, there's also going to be severe weather with this, as the Storm Prediction Center has issued a Day 5 slight risk of severe weather for portions of far northeast Texas, the northern half of Louisiana, southern half of Arkansas, and much of Mississippi uh, for next Wednesday. So I'm going to continue to monitor this storm as the days progress. So make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for watching this evening's weather update. Have a wonderful evening, my friends.